Are you tired of the annual decluttering frenzy that promises a fresh start but leaves you sore, overwhelmed, and wondering why it never lasts? Every year, it's the same cycle. You wait until things feel unbearable. You block out a whole day or weekend. You pull everything out, and halfway through, regret sets in. Now imagine the opposite, a home that rarely reaches that breaking point, a space that feels steady, calm, and manageable in every season. Today on Senior Decluttering Diaries, we're talking about gentle habits that quietly keep your home in balance all year long. No extreme purges, no pressure, just simple rhythms that work with your energy, not against it. Before we begin, comment down below and tell us what area of your home feels the heaviest right now. Your answers help us decide what to cover next here on Senior Decluttering Diaries. And if calm, realistic guidance like this matters to you, subscribe to Senior Decluttering Diaries so you don't miss future videos designed specifically for life after 60. 1. Escaping the decluttering overwhelm. Helen, 73, used to dread decluttering season. She'd tell herself she'd wait until spring or fall when she had more motivation, but when that season arrived, the task felt enormous. She wasn't short on motivation, she was overwhelmed by scale. Seasonal decluttering feels like a mountain because we treat clutter as one big problem instead of many small ones. And clutter has a quiet cost, especially for seniors. It slows your mornings, it creates visual noise, it drains energy before the day even starts. What finally helped Helen was changing the question, not how do I declutter my house, but how do I stop clutter from settling in? That shift changes everything. If this sounds familiar, comment down below with "I feel this." You're not alone, and your comments guide the direction of this channel. 2. The weekly calm ritual, the reset hour. Let's talk about the habit that changed everything for Nora, 69. She calls it her reset hour. Once a week, usually mid-morning, she sets a timer for 60 minutes. No rushing, no expectation to finish the whole house. She focuses on just 3 zones: kitchen counters, the entryway, and living room surfaces. These areas collect clutter because they're active spaces. When they're clear, the whole house feels calmer. Nora doesn't deep clean, she resets. Items go back where they belong, anything without a home is questioned, anything unnecessary leaves. She also lives by one rule: one in, one out. A new candle means an old one goes. A new cardigan means one donated. This single habit stops clutter before it spreads. If you'd like a step-by-step reset hour video you can follow along with, comment down below and tell us "reset hour, please." Your requests shape what we film next. And if calm, realistic guidance like this matters to you, subscribe to Senior Decluttering Diaries so you don't miss future videos designed specifically for life after 60. 3. Monthly refresh. Small doses, real progress. Once a month, Ruth, 75, chooses one contained space. Not a whole room that steals her afternoon, not an entire category that drains her energy before she even begins. One drawer, one cabinet, one shelf. That boundary is what makes it work. A small space feels safe. It feels finishable, and finishing matters more than doing a lot. Ruth empties the space completely. She wipes it clean. Then she handles each item once and asks herself 3 steady questions. Do I still use this? Do I still enjoy this? Does this support my life today? Not someday, not in theory, today. If the answer is no, it doesn't go back. No negotiating, no just in case. The space gets reset with only what earns its place. Her closet follows the same logic. She doesn't purge, she rotates. Seasonal clothes move forward where she can see them. Off-season clothes move back, out of the way, but still available. Nothing gets dumped on the bed. Nothing turns into a pile she promises to deal with later and never does. That simple shift removes the most exhausting part of decluttering, the mess before the calm. Paperwork gets its own monthly moment. Ruth opens mail the day it arrives. Important papers go into clearly labeled folders. Anything unnecessary leaves the house immediately. No stacks waiting for motivation. No mystery envelopes creating background stress. Month by month, these small resets quietly change everything. Spaces stay usable. Decisions stay simple. Clutter never gets the chance to regroup. That's real progress. Not dramatic, not exhausting, just steady. If paperwork is your biggest stress point, comment down below with papers. We're shaping upcoming videos around what you need most. 4. Seasonal shifts, not shocks. December used to overwhelm Carol, 71. The boxes came down from the attic, decorations filled every corner, gifts arrived faster than she could open them. By the time January showed up, her home felt tighter, louder, heavier. Not because she did anything wrong, because nothing made space first. Now she follows a quieter approach. Before a single decoration comes out, one shelf gets cleared, one bin gets emptied, one surface gets reset. That's it. That small pause changes everything. Decorations no longer stack on top of clutter, they replace it. When gifts arrive, Carol opens them with intention. She enjoys them. Then she asks one simple question: what can leave to make room for this? A duplicate mug, an unused scarf, something that already did its job. Balance keeps joy from turning into burden. January no longer brings regret. There's no exhausting undoing of December, no marathon cleanup to start the year. Spring feels different too. Spring cleaning used to mean pulling everything out and promising herself she'd finally get organized. Now it means noticing, adjusting, refreshing. A lamp gets moved closer to the chair she actually uses. A single drawer gets cleared and relined. A rug gets shaken out and put back, clean and familiar. These small shifts match the energy of the season. They don't fight it. Because clutter never piled up, spring doesn't demand anything from her. It feels open, manageable, light. That's the power of seasonal shifts instead of shocks. Your home moves with you, not against you. If holidays are when clutter hits hardest for you, comment down below with holidays. We'll create senior-friendly holiday decluttering content shaped around what you actually need. 5. Your year-round serenity blueprint. Decluttering isn't about willpower. If it were, you would have solved this years ago. It's about designing habits that respect your energy, your body, and the season of life you're in now, not the version of you from 20 years ago, the version of you today. Willpower runs out. Systems don't. That's why this blueprint works. It doesn't ask for motivation. It creates calm by default. 1 hour a week keeps clutter from settling in. Not a whole day, not a marathon, just enough time to reset the spaces that affect your mood the most. When surfaces stay clear, your mind follows. You stop feeling behind before the day even begins. 1 drawer a month prevents buildup without exhaustion. A single drawer says, "I can handle this." It builds quiet confidence. Over a year, that's 12 spaces reclaimed without ever feeling overwhelmed. Gentle seasonal shifts replace shock with ease. You're not ripping your home apart every few months. You're adjusting, letting go, making space for what fits this season of your life. Holidays come and go without chaos. Spring feels light, not demanding. This is how calm becomes normal, not by effort, by rhythm. Your home stops asking for big bursts of energy. It starts supporting you instead. And once that happens, you don't feel the need to declutter. You're simply living in a space that stays ready for you. That's how calm becomes normal. If these story-based, realistic approaches are helping you, comment down below and tell us what you want to see next on Senior Decluttering Diaries. Your voice truly guides this channel. And if you want more calm, practical guidance created specifically for seniors, subscribe to Senior Decluttering Diaries so you don't miss upcoming videos. Your home doesn't need to be perfect. It needs to support the life you're living now. We'll keep walking this journey together.